be the same distance. Looks like it. Okay. All right, camera's looking clear. If you're just coming in, we're about to do some FSD testing. I am setting up live stream. Chat should be available. This is a first, so bear with me. This is going to be sloppy. All right, camera's looking good on this side too. There it is. So yeah, I'm in the back seat of the car right now because I have to mount it here behind the other seats to be able to get the proper visual where the GoPro usually sits up a little bit further. So I'm gonna mess around with this and I'm gonna record cabin camera and the audio of my microphone as well to make a video out of this later if I can. But there are some limitations. Unfortunately, because I'm using my phone to stream and there's not really a way, I don't have like Starlink in the car or anything to be able to have a laptop or something to look at comments. So right now as I'm setting up, kind of letting some people get in here, I can see comments that pop up. I should be able to see comments that pop up. Live chat, everything is visible. There we go. Yeah, the younger cause. I'm getting a little bit back. I might keep it short for a while. I'm digging the shorter beard look, and the wife's grown accustomed to it too, so I don't think I'm gonna go full Viking for a while. But yeah, this is all part of my goal to get more content on the channel. Sorry, this phone's a little wavy because I'm holding it currently. We're gonna get this mounted here with a forward face, and you're gonna be sort of over my right shoulder as we go through this challenge, which I'm calling the Clover Challenge. A lot of you have probably seen or heard or watched that the FSD system has a horrible time with merging in a timely manner. And we have a series of Clovers around here that'll be a great way to just be super mean and push the system to its limits. Now I am on version 11.4.9. I don't have version 12 yet, but I do plan to use this experience to throw version 12 at the same challenges. The Gauntlet, the Clover Challenge if it goes well, the La Jolla Scramble, which I want to do soon. I'll give you guys more detail as to how I'm able to do more content now. There's, you know, good and bad that comes along with some recent life changes, but I'm going to take advantage of it and try to push forward. Anyway, I already see 11 people in here. That's awesome. I want all the feedback in the comments for, you know, ideas, how to make the stream better. I was going to try to stream through the GoPro, which yes is an option. However, I mount my GoPros upside down because they have to hang from my ceiling setup. Same here, I'll turn around and show you guys the front. That's how the GoPro hangs. But when you try to live stream through a GoPro, you have to have it right side up, which would make everything upside down. So, yeah, it's not really that great. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this mounted. Get you forward facing. Slightly at an angle over my shoulder. So that way, hopefully you guys can see as much as possible. Bear with me as I twist this bad boy in place. All right, if this goes well, I would love to do a lot more live streams because you get to see the unedited raw footage of what it's like to test FSD. Of course, I can't do this with customers because this would be right in their face, and setting up the permissions to do so would be a pain. Sorry if I'm really loud right now because the phone's right next to me. Hopefully it sounds good once I'm in the front seat, which I'm about to do now, so give me a sec. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me all right, and hopefully the cellular get the overpowered mic fired up. Cabin camera on, should have a good amount of battery. We'll see how long it lasts. I got an extra battery if I need to. This is going to be sloppy, guys. This is first time streaming on YouTube, and I'm going to make the best of it. I've messed around with this on the X platform a little bit, and people did like it, but though I think X will get really good in the future, it's got a lot of work ahead of it. And my audience is here on YouTube. I love you guys for all the support and sticking with me through all the lack of content, the fun times, the not so fun times. So it's time to make a little return here. Now I got to figure out the best way to do this. You can kind of see, maybe, hopefully through the phone, the Clovers on the map that I'm talking about. Looks like there's already a mad amount of traffic getting onto the 805 North, so that should be interesting. But I think for now, I will maybe, because I want to set it up to where we're just ripping through the Clovers. That way we also avoid U-turns. So I'll put a random point on the map for now. I mean, not block people behind me. Just to get us kind of going down the highway here. Red light, darn it. Well, that wasn't gonna work anyway, because it was gonna have me go off map. I'm gonna have to set a further destination. Let's do Verde Growers first. We'll do that. Go in here, edit the stop, get rid of that. I'm gonna have to play around. This might be interesting to figure out. I wonder if, oh no, actually, this would be the smarter way to do it. Let's set a destination actually going to the left, so I have to take the first Clover. There we go, that's good. Okay, so we're gonna erase Verde Garden. We are giving birth to the Clover Challenge. All right, and then I'm gonna want to loop back down. So I'm gonna wanna maybe set up this as our next destination. Let's go ahead and, how do I, maybe add stop? Nope. Cancel that. Let me go here. H mark. There we go. Add stop. Oh, I gotta flip these around now. Okay, there's some Clover action. All right, and I'll just try to go between the 2 points, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna have to be quick on the fingers to make it happen. Once we're on the highway, I can just delete the first point and go to the next one, and then maybe just keep on re-navigating to get it to stay in the Clovers and get on and off the highway. That is the point of this testing, because I always have to take over on these parts. I'm gonna have to zip ahead of everybody here to get over on the highway, because we actually need to be in this right lane. So I'm not gonna engage FSD just yet. We're gonna be in average mode. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna get ahead of this person who's determined. There we go. And now that we're in this lane, we'll engage. And let's see how the Clover Challenge does. We got some traffic still. And again, I apologize if the stream quality gets worse because we're moving, so we're dependent on the cellular data. It did okay on X, but we'll have to see how this does. All right, we're getting on the highway now. So let's see what happens when we delete this next point. Yeah, awesome. That's gonna have us do a loop around the Clover. All right, we'll see how FSD handles this, because there's not a whole lot of time to get in, hit the brakes, turn, and go around. There are a few other exits that are really difficult that I want to try out as well. And hopefully we don't have to get involved with interventions or disengagements. So this person's already confused. They missed their exit. So it's not necessarily easy, because here I'm going to try to be aware of blocking the camera view. And now this is the point where we need to cut in a timely manner. See, we're taking too long. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, we're almost already to the exit. Okay, we got lucky that we didn't have any cars behind us. Give the wheel a little nudge. Really slowed down there. Okay, so the first Clover entrance was successful. That's good. Now we're gonna keep on coming around, and then we have to get back onto the highway in a timely manner by using the second leaf of the Clover. Oof, jeez. Roads are a bit rough post-rain in San Diego, so a lot more potholes. Gotta keep your eyes out so you don't end up losing a tire. Okay, going into Clover number 2, or leaf number 2. Not a horrible decel. This is a 2-lane that goes back into 1. We chose the outside lane, which is interesting. We got a vehicle on the shoulder. We'll see how FSD behaves. Now we're gonna have cars coming in kind of quick, so we have to be able to do this exchange quickly. We got lucky there. Very nice. Okay, good, good, good. All right, now we're heading back to the Balboa Clover. Once we actually get on the highway and get close to it, I'm just gonna hit repeat and see what happens. I also don't like that our speed isn't adjusting to the higher highway speeds, though the speed limit is showing the correct speed. So I'm gonna tap that to get our speed back up. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, now that we're over here, I wonder if I can just add the previous destination. Was it Aladdin, Mediterranean, I believe? Yes. Awesome. Delete HMart. Hopefully I don't get yelled at by the system. Awesome. And it's going to have us rip around through the Clover again. Cool. Well, let's see how we handle this. Hopefully that phone isn't wiggling around too much for you guys back there. We got this Jeep that's super impatient on our quarter panel. They just really got to get to this exit. All right, here we go. Nobody's coming down the Clover, so I think we got lucky again. Let's see how long it takes to get over. See, we're speeding up on this truck. That's not good. That is really not good. Ooh, coming in real close, diving in at the end. It's got to get better at staging these maneuvers because that just didn't feel great. A passenger that is in the back of the car would probably get pretty nervous if the vehicle came in like that. We're hugging this corner tight too. We are like on those reflectors. Not too bad. We haven't had to disengage, which is good. We're going to dive right back into this Clover. We're going to see what happens here. I'm currently dubbing this the Clover Challenge. We kind of danced to the left a little bit. Oh, he's starting to walk forward. Okay, the system didn't freak out. I was worried because he had some forward momentum. I thought it was going to throw the system off pretty bad there. Oh, we're coming to a stop? Why? Okay, good, good. We're moving through. Sometimes too much deceleration here can really cause a choke up. Like if we were in that group of people, it could have been bad. Okay, we need to get over. We're hitting the brakes, which I don't like. We need to accelerate, not hit the brakes. Pretty good though, pretty good. Credit where it's due. It's handling this pretty well. All right, we're gonna zip back up to this Clover. And then we're gonna do something a little, well, no, we'll run through this Clover one more time, actually. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. It's doing well. Traffic's pretty forgiving right now. But there are two exits that come to mind that are a big problem, and it's actually the next exit down, the Kearney Mesa exit, because it has a big split of a bunch of different lanes, and choosing the correct one's been a problem. Okay, let's see how quickly we get back over here, because we're in the wrong lane. Oh, we're taking too long. We're taking too long. Man, FSD is cramming for the final. We made it. We made it. But whew, pushing it. Okay, I need to edit the trip while managing what's about to happen. HMart, delete, done. Got over pretty well. We had no cars around us, so that's kind of an ideal scenario there. Bit slow into the leaf, but hey, it's fine. You know, this is a pretty steep corner, and you don't really want to be racing up through here, especially with the way people are on the main street going across. All right, we're gonna do it down and back one more time. But on the way back, we're gonna hit one of the really hard exits, and then we're gonna finish off with the Friars Road exit that I don't think I've ever had the system do successfully. My gosh, we're about to come into some serious traffic that we didn't just have a second ago. I wonder what happened down here. Like we were just going through here and there was no problem. Let's see, this Camaro's probably gonna try to cut us on the inside. Yeah, we're in an awkward situation now. Just ready to take over if I need to, because all these cars are pinching together. Oh, here we go. Here's a test. We're kind of being a little bit Californian here. All right, we need to move forward. I'm gonna have to get a throttle, otherwise that Camaro is gonna get us. That's our first intervention. I'm just trying to keep us moving with traffic. Man, what on earth happened here? Okay, I might bail because holy shit, something must have just happened. All right, I'm gonna take over for obvious reasons. Traffic is totally stopped here. and we're gonna just go a different way. I'm gonna let these people figure out where they're going first. I don't want to just cut people off for no reason. Practice good habits, my friends. We'll just go try out the hard exit that's down on Kearney Mesa. This sort of got in the way of the Clover. I'm really curious as to what the heck happened here. Let's try this. Navigate to Pockets, Billiards, and Brews, which is an awesome billiards hall, by the way. I love it. Yeah, traffic is fully stopped here. You know what? I bet there's debris in the road. They'll do that sometimes to try to clear debris. Let's try that again. Navigate to Pockets, Billiards, and Brew. Okay, my car's just not hearing me right now, so I'll just put it in manually. Must be a little dead in there. Alright. Now, if this does it right... Oh no, that's not going to take us down the difficult one. We gotta go elsewhere. Okay, never mind. We're gonna go here. That'll be our destination. Oh, that's right, it is on the 163. I'm dumb. Well, we're gonna have a slight correction here. Alright, we're gonna take the 52. There we go. Let's just go for a cruise, have some fun. It's really unfortunate that traffic just came to a complete stop there. Right in the middle of our new challenge test. Go figure. That's what I call Murphy. Alright, so we're now heading over to the difficult exit on 163. The other really hard exit is also on the 163 heading south. My brain just didn't separate the fact that this Clover and those ones are on two different highways. Not too far apart from one another. We got about a 5-minute drive. Hopefully the stream is holding up. I might pop back and check on it once we get over to this new spot, just to see what's going on, see how everybody's doing. Good deceleration as we're getting on to the 52 heading east. A bit slow, but, you know, comfortable. Doesn't need to be racing through here. It's funny how nitpicky we'll get as people. We all have our different tolerances, our different expectations when it comes to driving, and we all have different standards in a lot of ways. I try to be as reasonable as I can be. Alright, how long? We should, well, technically we need to get over, because we're not going to be taking this initial exit here. And I don't think the 163 is really set up in the same kind of Clover way. I really want to do more Clover testing. Probably another day when we don't have so much going on that road. I didn't think there really would be at noon, you know? I figured the roads would be a little bit more chill. Definitely wouldn't want to try to do this challenge in 7 to 8 a.m. or 7 to 9 a.m. really. Or 4 to 7 p.m. Or maybe that's a really fun time to do it when traffic is just at its worst. That's probably a good time to test how it can merge. Just after this exit, we'll be going south on the 163, and I'll get us set up for that ridiculous kind of off-ramp area. Really on the brakes there. I wonder if speed-based lane changer will come into play here, because we got a good 1.5 kilometers before we gotta get off the highway. I think we'll just chill in this lane, which I don't mind. That's part of staging your route. You know, trying to go around too many cars can mess up your navigation. And if you're thinking about this from a robo-taxi standpoint of actually transporting people around, like the end goal is, I think accuracy and reliability and consistency are very important factors. Really looking forward to a more wide release of version 12. Again, for anybody who's probably might have joined a little later, if you didn't see the title of the stream, I tried to make it really clear that we are on version 11.4.9. This is not version 12 yet. I am not that lucky, but I hope to see the download soon, man. I think it's 2023.44.30.12. I think that's version 12. Alright, getting off the 52 east onto the 163 south. was gonna do a lot more content earlier in the week, but we got hit with that rain that had most of the highways and roads under like 4 feet of water. Pretty crazy. About 1.5 meters deep. Okay, we got a Honda racing up to our rear. Hopefully they're smart enough to get over or slow down. I'm gonna give us throttle because we are lingering too much. We need to go when you're on a highway on-ramp. You need to accelerate, get moving. We should already be over. We are taking way too long. Woo! But we did it. Again, cramming for the final. Jeez. Alright. So the major exit's actually the next one, but approaching from south. So we're gonna have to go just beyond it. I don't know what's the best way to go about this. Actually, we're gonna get off the highway and navigate over here. I wonder if I can do this fast enough. Alright, FSD. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's kind of a wild little drive. Keep in mind, this whole time, I haven't had to disengage for failure reasons. I've only taken over to get out of that weird traffic jam scenario and get us resituated, so the system's doing really quite well. This has been pretty great. I want to do some more testing with stop signs and how rough it is, because that's what's mostly been stopping me from using with customers. That's just super uncomfortable to be jolted around at a simple stop sign. The last thing I want to do is needlessly make my passengers uncomfortable to test out FSD. That is not how we do it here. Oh, it's still showing 2 destinations. I was like, why is it just going to this Marukai place? Let's edit that. Let's get rid of Marukai. Just hit enter there. Should be the same course we were just on. And what I can do is turn us back around. Well, maybe. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, goodness. Shoot, man. We gotta... Oh, that's kind of funny. Getting onto the 163 North is a little tougher. Once we get off the highway, I'm going to put in another destination. So this is just going to be a longer FSD live stream. We're just going to have fun and see how well the system does overall. And eventually try out the really hard exit on 163 North. Good job getting into the turn lane in a timely manner. There's plenty of cars all around us. Plenty of things going on. This battery's getting low. Wonder if I can get it plugged in, keep it alive. All the cords everywhere. This might look a little sloppy, but I would like to keep this rolling if I can. Alright, that is plugged in. Is it actually charging though? I have no idea. Cabin camera might die on me. If it does, nah, that just looks sloppy. If it dies, I'll just the battery rather than have this ugly cable hanging down blocking y'all's view. There's already enough clutter up here, I think. And unfortunately, we can't skip through the red lights when we're live streaming. But we left like a full car link in front of us too. It's kind of nuts. Let me actually get rid of this blind spot camera while we're recording, just so you guys can see the screen a bit better. Or I guess it also pays to kind of see the direction we're going too, huh? Keep that nice and clean. Alright. Good timely takeoff, which I like. Are we already getting a yellow? Jeez. That's unfortunate. Well, if I'm able to make a video out of this, anybody watching after the fact will just be able to skip ahead. Really happy with how the system's performing today so far. I admittedly have not been getting enough time with the system, and actually, hey, while we're sitting here talking, hopefully the live stream's still running. So, I got some news. I don't know how much I can actually say right now with the way things are, but hopefully a lot of y'all can kind of read between the lines. A lot of you probably know, or may not know, that I've been an Archimoto employee for the last 2 years. I've been the only mechanic we've had. I've been servicing all of the West Coast, from the Bay Area and Reno, Nevada area, down here, LA, Arizona, all of Arizona, as well as the Vegas area, and I'm always out of town servicing vehicles, doing work. It really nuked my ability to be able to provide content and actually do enough rideshare to even make a living like I used to. So it's been a rough 2 years. Something pretty big happened last week that, let's just say, it's left me with all of my old free time again. So I will be back to full-time rideshare, as well as all the channel content. I'll be doing my best to get back to eventually, hopefully, a video a day. But I find myself in a position now where I've got all that time back. It's unfortunate. You know, I've got mixed feelings because I love what I did, what I do, all the above. But, you know, sometimes things just happen. And eventually, after I learn more and I can say more, I'll definitely divulge more to everybody. But I'm trying to look at the positive, the bright side, which is that I can get back to doing this, to getting the content, the FSD coverage, the Tesla stuff, the fun, build the channel, and hopefully, if I can, if everything lines up properly, maybe actually take delivery of my Cybertruck at the end of this year. As of right now, I'm expected to take delivery Christmas Eve of this year. All right, let's go ahead and come on. I'm nudging forward because we seem to have lost our ability to go right on red in most cases. I've seemed to notice it's kind of frustrating. There we go, finally. But yeah, based on the reservation trackers and such, my delivery for Cybertruck is expected to be around December. And that's all order because I want the dual motor, and that thing is pricey as hell. It's more expensive than the tri-motor I originally reserved. I might not be able to keep Mew, so I don't know. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I'm definitely not sitting on piles of cash. I'm a regular ass dude. But I'm gonna do everything I can to make it happen. It's the whole point of Cyberlift is to have the Cybertruck. So whole lots of content coming. No more promises to shave or anything. I made sure the wife doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Alright, we're getting close to this waypoint, and I need to get us going back up north on the 163, and I think I know how to do it. So I'm going to put us here at the Shores Post-Acute. That'll be our next stop, because I don't think we can go 163 north from where it has us on the next one. We're going to delete Arrow Drive and re-navigate. So far, so good. The waypoints are working really well. It's really enjoyable. I like that a lot. It takes a little getting used to going into edit trip and not hitting end trip by accident. I suppose I could have just hit add stop. Problem is, if I want to pick just a point on the map, the add stop part is tough because I don't have it already pre-saved unless I've already been there, like the Gauntlet 2 test where we're doing laps. That's sort of a random use case where that actually does work. But for random drives, just kind of going around, the add stop button isn't all that great. Unless you can add stop and do like random hungry stuff and no results found for this search. That's useful. Let's see what it does for lucky, because that could be a fun way to add stops in the future. Just kind of like randomly add points on top of waypoints. Yeah, all right. We might have some fun with that later on. I want to do a lot of random drives. I want to do unguided adventures again, where we just let the system wander without any serious navigation. Of course, the challenge videos, customer reactions, more stuff with the boss wife. I want to do a lot of stuff, so keep your eyes out on the channel for all the content to come. It might be a little slow to ramp as I get used to everything again, but we'll spool back up to full speed, don't you worry. I'm pretty sure when we get close to this waypoint down here, I'll be able to get back on the 163 north to hit the difficult exit that I've been promising you guys. And we'll see how the system does. Given the difficulty to get back to that point, this might be a one and done sort of exit. Or otherwise we'll have to go through all this again. So in future videos, I could probably dedicate to this exit and just kind of beat it up and do it over and over. Because with the magic of editing, we can just time skip all this part of it. But yeah, it's back that way after you merge back onto the 163. We'll see how we handle this. This part gets really busy through here. that is trying to change lanes. I don't want it to be a jerk and cut anybody off. This person's in our quarter panel here, so we do not need to get over yet. We need to chill. Really don't. Oh, actually, yeah, it's trying to take this turn. Oh, well done. Good execution. And wow, we just yeeted over to this far left lane. You know, that's okay though, because in a situation like that where you need to execute and move, I would prefer that sort of maneuver. It would have been better if it had staged better earlier on rather than kind of waiting till that last minute. But we got to the proper lane. I'm sure there are plenty of rideshare drivers that are a lot worse than that. I've heard so from customers myself. Not that we shouldn't keep the bar high, but you know, just trying to level the playing field and keep it real across the board. FSD to rideshare driver. All right, well, this is choking up quite a bit. We need to move along. We give a little nudge so we keep moving, just so we don't hold up traffic. It's pretty busy right now. Really kind of sharp corner here as we come down. We're flowing though, which is good. This is going to merge into one lane, and then this will give us the chance to go back up north that exit. So from here, I should be able to do it. All right. Ooh, a little rough. Let's see which. All right, let me get this back up because we want to go. Want to utilize that exit to turn. I think we were going to. Oh, it was Ozone. Let me try that. Navigate to Ozone Cafe. Wait, is my... Wow, I'm still getting a connection error there. Okay, we're gonna discontinue that point. I'm gonna put it in manually. Really hope the stream's actually still running. Otherwise, what a waste. It's one of the biggest drawbacks to not being able to interact with you guys. Potentially, if I have my wife along, she'll be able to look at the stream, pull up comments. That is something I want to do in the future when I have her too. But she's busy at work. I can't just pull her away from what she's doing to come live stream with me as much as I would like to. Why didn't it actually... There we go. Let's do that. Is this guy just stopped in the middle of the road here? How are we going to handle this? Well, we're accelerating. Whoa, that was uncomfortable. Okay, now we're waiting. Weird human stuff happening right now. Sweet. The navigation worked. It's got us going the way I want to, which is awesome. Heck yeah. We are hovering in 2 lanes though. That is incredibly sloppy. That is not okay. Alright, we're going to take this right back onto the highway. We're going to see if we can get to Ozone Billiards Cafe. And that'll be pretty much where we cut the live stream for today. If it's still running, which again I hope it is. I will jump back, maybe chat in the comments for a little bit, ask you guys what you thought, and close it out. Okay, there we go. Green light. We're moving slow. We got people up our rear end. All the standard issues. So far, all I've had to do to sort of move us along in this heavy traffic is just really light throttle taps, just to sort of nudge us, which I don't really count against the system, because I could just let it be that car that slows everybody down. I'm just trying to be cognizant and aware of other drivers. I think that is important as a beta tester, because you can just use your brain to extrapolate the fact that it probably would have been okay, just a little slow. Alright. Now we're good. Cruising in this lane. We're only about 1 kilometer away from the exit. And you'll see the craziness of this exit. It splits off into several lanes. And so far, when taking this exit, the system takes so long to actually execute its maneuvers that we end up not getting into the correct turn lane. And I have to take over and cross like 2 or 3 lanes. And depending on how busy it is, if you have a lot of people around you, that maneuver is either impossible or you're being a total jerk trying to pull it off. I'm gonna actually take our speed up a little bit because 97 kilometers an hour is pretty slow. It's about about 60 miles an hour. So we're going about 70, 71 now, or 115K. I'm not gonna change away from metric, but I'll try to be a little bit more cognizant of all you miles lovers and try to save both. That way I don't have too many upset people. I prefer the metric system myself, but that's just me. Alright, 900 meters away. We got 2 lanes in this exit. We're coming up on it. Crazy wide Balboa exit turning to the right. Now we're we're in the proper lane here. This is where we need to be, otherwise we'll get pulled off down another path. Nobody behind us, which is good. We're gonna need it that way. But this is also a scenario similar to the Clover, where you gotta act fast. You gotta stage properly, get it done. You can't linger. You can't wait till the last minute. We got a lot of cars coming down the Clover too. This is gonna. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. How are we gonna handle it? Everyone's stopping, slowing down. Are we gonna be able to get into the right lane? Oh, we're taking too long. We're taking way too long. No way! Is it doing it right? Usually we're in this third lane, then to the second lane, because this becomes 4 lanes, and these 2 lanes turn right, and the system just killed it. Holy shit! That was so good. Oh my gosh, I'm actually really blown away, because it's never done that right. Oh, that's such a relief. It did this wrong just last week, man. Or, no, it would have been about 2 weeks ago. So we don't need to stop here. I'm going to push this forward. We're not really slowing anybody down, but this is like a yield scenario. But it can be quite confusing. We have our own designated lane, too. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to give it any throttle. We're good. We're stopping. All right, now we're going. We're clear. No one's behind us. We got into the correct lane here as well. Man. All right. 11.4.9 is freaking killing it today. I really hope that stream stayed up. I'd be so mad if the system did this well and nobody sees it. Speeding into this green light just fine. Cruising in. Cabin camera is finally dying, which is alright. It is what it is. I can utilize what I can, and the rest will just be out of luck. Oh, lots of... Oh, that's a big pothole. I'm so glad we didn't hit that. Yikes. This can be a really bad pothole. What? You know, it did that too the last time we came through here. We are flying into here. Nope. Gotta disengage. System would fail to detect the change in elevation in that dip. That could have been really bad. Alright. Alright, one disengagement. That, it's hard to really complain about that too, because the system is not really good at detecting dips. And such, or potholes, obstacles like that, which is really unfortunate, because that can be a big problem. We're not too far from a supercharger around here somewhere. I guess I didn't pass it. Why do you do? No! Dang it! That was so bad. We were gonna completely miss this turning lane. All right. 2 disengagements, like back to back. Not great. I want to position us here properly. Then I'll wave everybody off. Alright, I don't think I'm going to utilize FSD. We'll pull into this parking lot up here. I'll check on the stream and hope it was still running. It did really good though to handle the Clover and that final really crazy exit. It nailed it. That was really surprising. Most of the drive was really great. Up until that last bit where we were going way too fast. It's kind of a gamble. If that light is red, where that crazy set of dips are, then we're fine, because the vehicle ends up slowing down. But going in there full speed, 60 kilometers an hour, like 35-ish miles an hour, that would not be a good time, man. We'll pull in here, and we'll have a chat for a few minutes before I close down the stream and try to get some customer rides in before I head home. Hopefully there's some parking back here. We'll see. This is one of my favorite spots to head over. Not right here, but down the street a little bit. There's the Billiards Cafe. It's a lot of fun. This guy did not park well, so I'm gonna cruise forward a bit. But I love to shoot pool. It's a really great pastime that I've always enjoyed. I'll go ahead and pull in here. It should be fine. Get this situated. All right, let's see what the damage is. Okay, I'm gonna pull the phone down so I don't have to have it like straight in my face. Well, all right, this is a really cheap mount. Oh, all right. hold that there. One sec. I'm just going to get back in the front seat. All right. I know that was oh, did it just reverse mirror me? Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Does that not work? Nope. All right. This will work. Let me just pull up the chat if I can. Wow, this looks really weird. It's all jumbled up. I cannot see any of that. Darn. So I can't really I can't change any settings here. Well, that's unfortunate. If I hit the X, I think it'll just turn the stream off. I was hoping I could hit, like, I got the little chat icon down here, but it's, when they actually show up, they're super jumbled together, which is unfortunate. It makes it completely illegible. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm glad that at least the stream was running. Good 41 minutes of footage there. I'm going to probably make this into an actual video if I can offload this footage and combine it with the cabin camera, and probably make a more condensed video out of it. And I want to do a lot more live stream stuff too. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to try to figure out a better way to be able to interface, because I want to be able to like chat with you guys and see the comments and be more involved. I don't want to just going to be talking to the ether, and then you guys are probably saying a lot of cool stuff or cool suggestions or questions, and I'm just like, well, tough luck. But a lot more coming. Thanks to trying out streaming on X, somebody was cool to show that, I mean, that YouTube is really it's no more difficult than X when it comes to your phone. The GoPros, unfortunately, require being oriented completely up, and I always have mine upside down. So, not to mention, I'd have to hotspot the GoPro, and when I was testing it, it was disconnecting like 10 times in a minute. So that just wouldn't be feasible. But I will try doing more streams, likely with having my wife here. That way she can actually have the stream on her phone, pull up comments, and we'll actually be able to interact and have a bit more fun with it, I think. But this was a cool test. I like the Clover challenge. I want to do it more, probably in heavier traffic, and not when traffic is completely stopped for some mysterious reason. And I'm really blown away that that exit did as well as it did. That was pretty nutty, because it's always failed there, so go figure. And there's a harder one, or not necessarily harder, but another difficult one actually on Friars Road, close to where the Friars Challenge is. See, I can see comments coming in, but it's as if you had like two comments over top of each other, so the words are just like blurred and all stitched. It's so annoying. You know what I'll do? Actually, I'll screenshot it, put it in a community post so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Oh goodness, there we go. But yeah, I need to get this stuff reoriented so I can possibly record some customer interactions. That'll be fun. And try to get the customer stuff back up on the channel. I think that's about all I got for now, because I can't really see the comments. I apologize, guys. I was hoping to have a little chat afterwards to see what everybody thought. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will catch you all later for now. Take care.